Hey you guys, I'm creating this video today specifically for those amazing ladies who are going through our 6-week Healthy Habits program right now. I appreciate so much the energy, the time, and the financial investment that you've committed to really creating some new healthy habits. And trust me, it is my goal that this be a life-changing 6 weeks. So I had the opportunity to sit down one-on-one and chat about and set some very specific goals with most of you. Some of you were not going to quite have that opportunity. So you'll receive an email from me with your specific calorie goal and your protein goal. And this is based on that intake form that you provided me. So thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate your honesty, your directness, and also really just details on what things you really struggle with. That's how we're able to create content that's going to be helpful throughout this entire 6 weeks. So most of you who were able to have your one-on-one meeting with me this weekend, you don't necessarily need to watch this. This is stuff we went over. If you need a review, then enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to give you a specific protein target and calorie target. I want you to get within 25 calories, give or take, of that target. So you're going to have a 50 calorie range, and I want you to get within 10 of that protein goal. So give or take, that gives you about a 20 gram range. So let's say, for example, your protein goal is, I don't have my phone on me, of course. Oh, I'm using my phone to record this video. Who am I kidding? I've got my calculator right here. So let's say your protein goal is 120 grams of protein every day. Well, I like to use the illustration of a budget or financial planning. Okay, so you sit down with your husband, you decide our budget for this month is $2,000. Okay, perfect, sounds good, we've got it. So you go throughout the month, gasoline, maybe you go to the movies, we go out to eat, the car breaks down, we've got bills, expenses. You look at everything at the end of the month and lo and behold, you've actually spent $2,800. Well, we had a budget, but what you didn't have was a plan. I want you to create a plan to hit your targets. If you track your food and you just enter your food as you go throughout the day, two things might happen. You might end up at dinner with a whole lot of food to eat, generally a whole lot of protein, more than you can even fit in your belly. Or number two, you need to eat egg whites and broccoli, neither of which are a fun situation. So I want you to not have a budget without a plan. I want you to create, we have a budget, right, calorically, but we need a nutritional plan. So if your goal every day is 120 grams of protein, I want you to take that and divide it by 4. Here's why. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Right? You can take this last protein number and divide it into 2 if you want to have 2 snacks a day. So that comes out to be 30 grams of protein. Okay, so I would love it if you strategically were able to plan your breakfast with 30 grams, lunch with 30 grams, dinner with 30 grams, and snacks maybe 15 and 15. Again, an illustration that I use with my ladies, I feel like kind of channels the season that we're in. It's springtime. Let's say you're pulling out your lawnmower for the first time. You know, it's sat in the shed all winter. There's maybe a little bit of like water in the gasoline. Maybe we didn't quite prep it the way we were supposed to for fall and winter time. And so we pull, and pretty soon it starts going, right? But is it running just like real smooth? Just no, it's not. It's like it's spittering and sputtering and smoking and pretty soon, you know, it's like starting to kind of just hum and start really running efficiently. That is our body on protein. It is so key that you eat enough protein really strategically and balanced throughout the day in order for your body hormonally to run really, really smoothly. Do you want to have sustained energy throughout the day? Do you want to have, you know, an appropriate amount of hunger, but an appropriate amount of satiation? Do you want to have clear thinking with no brain fog? Would you like to be sort of a balanced Betty and not the negative Nancy? Right? No, we don't. We want to have balanced hormones throughout the entire day. And we get that from eating the right amount of protein, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Okay, so that's the main thing that I want you guys to keep in mind. Here's the other thing that came in a lot: late night eating. For some of you, that really is a challenge, and we can handle that one of two ways. First way is if you're tracking your food, I want you to enter a late night snack, whether it be ice cream, chips and guacamole, a yogurt parfait, whatever it is, maybe popcorn, maybe that's your late night snack. Whatever it is that you want to enjoy as your late night snack, put it in there, right? Put it in there first. And then I want you to build dinner. I want you to pre-plan your dinner for the next day, because that's the meal generally that we have with our family. We don't want to be sitting down and eating something different than what our family is eating. So put in what you're going to have for dinner. And then I want you to build your lunch and build your breakfast around those meals, okay? Again, trying to aim for that target. So let's say, again, we've got 30 grams that need to happen at each meal. A lot of people are like, I don't know what that means, 30 grams. Take MyFitnessPal. Let's say you're having chicken thighs, okay? Maybe barbecue chicken thighs. Start entering cooked chicken thighs. Remember, always enter cooked meat or search for cooked meat, because if it's just a chicken thigh entry in MyFitnessPal, it will be raw weight. It's different, okay? Find a cooked chicken thigh entry and start toggling, maybe 4 ounces, okay? 4 ounces, how many grams is that giving? Oh, that's only gonna give me 22 grams. How about 6 ounces of chicken thighs? Oh, look, that gives me 30 grams of protein. So you know for dinner, you need to have 6 ounces of chicken. Maybe for breakfast, we love having an egg sandwich, but guess what? We put our egg in there and we realize, 1 egg is not enough protein. What can I do to get more protein for breakfast? How about some uncured turkey or ham? All right, let me do some math. Uncured turkey or ham, how many ounces do I need to have to reach my goal of 30 grams? You got to do the Tetris game, right? You got to figure it out. So we're allowing our plan to create or design what we're eating. And your plan is unique to you. It's not the same as Sally's or Betsy's or Tom's. It is unique to you. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about, did we talk about that? Number 1, we talked about late night snacking, putting it in first. Number 2, another way we can navigate those late night cravings, set a hard line. One of my clients has done a phenomenal job with this. Late night snacking, he would kind of crush the day. He'd be right on with his numbers, feeling good, rocking it. And then that kind of late night sugar monster would come out, and that's when he would get derailed. It was happening time and time again, and it was hindering his progress. So what did he do? He decided to set a hard line. I will not eat after 8 p.m., period. And that included alcohol. He also set a line for how many days per week he was going to drink. This has been a game changer. So one of two things, if we're tracking our food, we can put in our late night snack first and stick to the plan. Number 2, if we're not tracking our food, or if we still are falling into those poor habits and overeating, even though we've tracked our day, let's set a hard line and say nothing past perhaps 8 p.m. The other thing that I do want to chat with you guys about is stress. That was something that came up a lot in every single intake form, and that is I tend to overeat when I'm stressed. So we're going to talk a lot about some stress management techniques. The other thing that I want you to understand is I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but the free-form amino acids that your body needs to hormonally balance itself comes from protein. If you are eating an adequate amount of protein day in and day out, you are better going to be able to care for stress. You will be able to handle that stress in a better manner. So I think you may find this is truly going to help from the inside out, but we're going to continue to dig into those stress management techniques. Other than that, I'm excited to do this with you guys. As always, reach out in our private group chat if you have any questions, and make it a great week.